All right, let's talk about this Vision CFP by Merritts. I'm gonna go over, I just actually unboxed the power chair, and I'm gonna show you guys how to, I guess, kind of put everything together, set it up. So whenever they ship these out, they do come with the batteries disconnected and the cable is inside underneath here. So the first thing that you want to do is take the cover off, and it just pops out just like that. Once you take that off, you're gonna notice that you have some quick connections right here, and this is gonna go from the module, the harness, into the batteries, into the other harness. So control joystick cable, it's gonna be right here. You pop that out first, and then you're gonna quick connect these right in here, just like that. There's one, and then you have your other one, which is right here. You pop that in. So once you pop those in, you should have juice now, once you hook up your joystick cable to the joystick. Now, these do have two fuses, inline fuses, right in here. And the cool thing about this power chair is that you are able to disconnect the quick connections from here and from the other end, and you're able to take the batteries out, and it makes it lighter to load up. Now, you do have an extra fuse right in there. That's just a freebie that they give you. And then you also have this seat post that you're able to adjust. So I have it in the mid section right now, but this is gonna take 11/16, and I believe it's 5/8 standard. And all you do is, once I already loosened it up, but you just loosen the nut, and then you pop this out, and this is gonna come out completely. And you're able to adjust the height. As you can tell, you got the 3 holes right there. And just remember, the 2 holes that are up in the front, hopefully you guys can see that, those are always going to be facing towards the back. So let me go ahead and pop this back in. I'm going to just leave it in the mid section and pop the washer and then the nut back in here. These are U1 batteries, and then here's your module, your controller. You have your joystick cable, you have your right and left motors right there, and then you have right there your battery harness, which goes directly through here. Now this one, I don't see that it does have a breaker switch, which typically most of the power chairs do, but I can't seem to find one on this one, which is fine. These right here are going to be your neutral levers. You pop these to the back, you're able to manually push the power chair forward. They're going to lock. Foot plate, you do have some depth adjustment. This knob, you loosen that up, you're able to bring this in and out. And then underneath here, as you can tell, there's another flange bolt right there. With that, you're able to adjust the height, or the angle, I'm sorry. This one does not have height adjustment, so it's just in and out, and then an angle adjustment. These right here are going to be your anti-tippers, which that's pretty cool because they move pretty well. What else is under here? You got your batteries, your fuses, your post, your lever brakes, and then you have your motors on each side, and then your drive tires, and then casters. Okay, so once we get that done, you have everything already plugged the batteries in. You're gonna get your cover, you're gonna run the joystick cable through the hole, you're gonna line it up, and this should just kind of lock in place. Kind of just do that number, and it's gonna lock in pretty easy. There we go. So that's locked in pretty good. Once you do that, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna show you guys the seat, the captain seat. So you do have some depth adjustment on this captain seat as well. Let me flip this down. So this right here is gonna be your depth adjustment right there. So you have front, rear, and then front, rear. So you loosen these up, and this is going to be 3/16 right there that you loosen and take off, and you're going to move the bar either back or forward depending on, say it's an 18 by 18 and you want to make it an 18 by 20. So 18 is going to stay wide, 20 is going to be deep. You just move these back, and that's how you would adjust your depth on this Vision CFP. And it tells you right here as well on how to do that. This right here is going to be your swivel lever. Pop that up. Once we pop it in that post, you're gonna notice that you're able to swivel on the post. Now this does have a seatbelt, but it doesn't come attached when it first comes in. So what you have to do is you have to take these butterfly knobs off completely, slide the seatbelt loop all the way in, because if you don't do that, then it's going to be in front of the arm and it's just going to go up and down. So you want to make sure you take this butterfly knob off and then bring these straps, the loops, all the way to the end, and it's going to hold them in place. And then this right here is going to be your hitch. So if you want to add a basket or umbrella, you're able to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop this into this and show you guys how easy that is. So I just kind of lift up, and this one's, excuse my feet, I'm actually in my garage doing this, so I'm not even wearing shoes, I'm just wearing sandals, kind of relaxed. So let me bring this up and then I'll bring it back down here in a minute. Okay, so if you see that post is on the seat post, and all you have to do is let it drop, line it up, and it's going to drop in place. So once it drops in place, you're going to notice that it still swivels because it's not locked in, right? So all you have to do is make sure it's in the middle, lift the lever up, move it up a little bit, and it's going to lock in place. There we go. Okay, so you don't have to hold the lever up and bring it down at the same time like the Jazzy Elite. You just, once it's in there, you hold the lever up and it's going to lock in place. And then you do have the option of swiveling to the right and left. Now once you do put the joystick on and the cable, if you zip tie it the way it should be, or if you leave it unzipped, then you will be able to swivel, okay, to get in and out. But typically once this is tied up on the joystick and everything, you won't be able to swivel because it's going to disconnect everything. So you have your arms that go up and down. Let me bring the seat up. Whoop. There's the seatbelt. Let me bring that joystick, which is going to be right here. This is going to pop into this mounting hardware. Let me bring the cable, which is right here, and it's just going to snap into that hole right there. Okay, so let me snap it in there. Let me bring this down, make sure the cable is not tight or pinched underneath there. You're going to get your Allen key, which this one's a 532 or 532nd, and you're just going to tighten it up from this little set screw that's underneath. And there you go. And that's, you know, it's a pretty good looking power chair, not too bad. On and off right in here. This is a Lynx electronic system. So if you do want to lock your joystick so nobody else uses it, or if you have grandkids that mess around and want to get in and drive it, all you have to do is, while the power chair is turned on, you're going to hold the button down for 5 seconds and you're going to see a couple lights flash. There we go. Those 3 lights are flashing. Once you power that on and you try to drive it forward, it's going to lock you out. You won't be able to drive it. Now, to take the lockout off, you do have to hit the horn twice and it takes it off automatically. And now you're able to drive. So that's basically it on this Jazzy. There's really not a whole bunch of adjustments that you can make besides with this butterfly. You can loosen that up and bring it up and down, and then you have another butterfly underneath here that you could loosen up and bring the depth in and out. And then you have your angle adjuster right here, which you already have your lever, so you won't need to do that. Arms, they don't adjust that much. I would probably say like 1/2 inch. If you loosen these flange bolts right here, you do have a little bit of adjustment, but not much. I mean, as you can tell, it's not going anywhere. So this extra hole, I have no clue. It's probably for like a cup holder or something, but there's really no adjustments. And of course, your headrest, you can't bring it up and down. It's just like one of those car headrests that you're able to push this little button right here that comes up and down. But overall, it's a good power chair. But that's really all the adjustments and how to put it together, guys. Hopefully this helps you, man. All right, bye.